Okay, I hope we're here. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas, and this is our place to chat all the reality TV gossip and Jeff Lewis. It is going to be a lot of Jeff Lewis to live today. Oh my God. He is on one, y'all. What in the actual is going on? He is shedding people professionally, personally. Oh my goodness. I need all your thoughts on what was going on because he's been a little bit vague. He hasn't exactly told us everything 1,000%, but he is saying a lot, and I'm dying to hear what you say. If you are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Get comfortable in comments. We love to hear what you have to say, where you're from. This is our great place to meet other people and have a community. If you have not yet joined the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group, hop over there after this and do that. It is an even better way to follow threads, post anything that's related to, reality TV, gossip, of course, Jeff Lewis, the after show, any of it. Okay, there's not a whole lot going on in shout out news. Of course, Kim and Corey are back on TMZ. Apparently, they owe $230,000 in credit card debt, and the judge is saying they need to pay it. Of course they do. But what is with this story from last week that she actually paid for her vaginal rejuvenation in cash, $30,000? Like, who does that? I don't even see her as a person as paying for that outright. She does a lot of trade outs, right? Always has. She does a lot of ads and promotions and stuff. So why would you do such an optional, literally an optional procedure when you do not have the money? And $30,000? I mean, maybe Atlanta's different than Houston. I've personally never looked into it. The husband has never complained after birthing 5 of our children. I can't imagine it's $30,000 though. Does anyone know? Is that the going rate for a hoo-ha revamp? I don't even know. I'm just dying. Okay. What are your thoughts on this Skims bra that Kim Kardashian has put out with the nipples already in it? Y'all, I loved going braless before I gave birth, before I breastfed 5 kids, but now the reason I wear a bra is to cover up the nipples. That's not the look I'm going for. So I'm sort of just dying that a bra has come out now that actually has the nipples in it. Is that something we're looking for? Is it a market? If it is, I don't think I'm going to be purchasing it. That's the last thing I want. I want enough padding, enough something in there to cover them up. Oh, that's a good idea. But do mastectomy? Okay, somebody said, and I've had a couple of friends have these. That's a great thing for mastectomy patients. But do you still want the nipple poking out? I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. Apparently, it's a thing. I mean, clearly, she is a marketing genius. She makes a gazillion dollars, literally. So maybe she's on to something. Anyways, shout out TikTok. Please take the screen and just tap it. Give me some likes. It helps with my engagement. It helps get other Jeff Lewis friends to come and find us. So happy Friday, everybody. Let's get into Jeff Lewis Live. Oh my gosh. I want to know your thoughts. Paul and Patrick were on. They are usually on Fridays. So don't forget, y'all, this has become like a full-time job almost for Paul and Patrick to be doing these Armenian coffee grinds readings. But he has 2 other at least full-time jobs. Paul is booked and busy, y'all. He is so energetic. He has had this Beverly Hills Pole 2, not studio. What's it called? A design studio, a boutique for 30 years now in the same place. That's impressive. I mean, I can't even imagine what rent must cost in Beverly Hills anyways. So to have that for 30 years means he's been very successful with that. That is a full-time job in and of itself. A couple of years ago, he also started teaching high school. He teaches some design classes at, I think it's Fairfax High School. We passed it the last time I was in LA, which don't worry, I'm going to tell y'all, if you haven't heard already, that I am back to LA tomorrow. So, oh my gosh, thanks to my friend Diane. Anyways, but last time I was in LA for the Reality Bites events, we passed Fairfax High School, and I was like, oh my God, this is the street that Patrick got hit on, and Now we know he's gotten his money, so I'm very excited. Oh my gosh. Yes. Nick James in Puerto Rico said, so glad I got my reading scheduled before the price went up. So I think when it started, y'all, it was like in the 79 and maybe $100 range, like maybe 79 and then 100 for in person. Now it's like 195 in person. I think it was so incredible. Y'all, the amount of DMs that I get and that I see on the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group where people are saying they had it done and they loved it. They've had such good readings, such a good time with Poland Retreat. So if I'm hearing of that many, you know, they are booked like crazy. I think it's like 15 to 30 minutes or so per event. That is a lot of money, y'all. He must be doing a really good job. And we'll talk about in a second. Jeff was talking about his other reading that he got yesterday. And there's a snake, a poisonous snake in his inner circle friends. But maybe it's someone that he's not friends. So let's start racking our brain. Who could this be? He's also got someone in his professional life, sort of both. So sort of someone in between. Somebody at home is not doing their job. I think it's Aurora. Do y'all think it's Aurora? Oh my gosh. Maria's talking about the bra. I love y'all's comments. Every time my nipples feel a cool breeze, they perk right up like two headlights. I love that. Oh gosh, my lawn guys are here right now. Sorry if you hear that. They're right underneath my daughter's room. Okay. So a lot of y'all sent me messages already thinking that whoever he did not renew their contract, aka fired from the TV show, which is Hollywood House Lift, is Jen Green. I did look. It doesn't sound like it's a terrible situation, like super mad at each other, but somebody said it's Jen Green. I immediately went to look because Jeff only follows 27 people, y'all. So it's pretty easy to see if he ever unfollows or blocks anyone, right? Jen Green and Jeff are still following each other. I don't mean that doesn't necessarily mean she's not the one whose contract wasn't renewed, right? She used to always come on with Leah Black as friends. And I don't know why they always came on together. I think because Leah Black knew her a little bit. They got along clearly, whatever. Jen Green hasn't been on in a while. And if anything, I would think she would be on with the show ending and like needing to promote it in a few months. I think the show comes out right December 6th. Who is Mickey? Snowball says, I think that it's Mickey. MJ? Who are you calling Mickey? I can't think of who that is. Okay, on TikTok, y'all tell me who you think it is. Oh my goodness. Shout out Robin. No, Marie, I don't think I'm going to get a reading, not at $195. That's a lot of the money. But I do think it would be fun. I'm kind of nervous to drink this Armenian coffee. Like, what would it taste like? Like, I don't even drink coffee every single day. My husband didn't make any today. He sometimes doesn't on Fridays. And I don't really need it. But my coffee is like so light tan because I add so much sugar-free creamer to it. Wait, who is Mickey? Who is Mickey that he always said he'd never fire Aurora, so it's got to be Lily. Oh, y'all are right. Y'all are right. Aurora, I don't think he would ever fire because he said, you know, she's the one that helped his grandmother at the end of her life. And she even lives in the OC, I think, and drives up every day that she works to West Hollywood, to his house. You're right. I do think it's probably Lily. It has got to be so hard to work for Jeff. I mean, I can even think of like, there's a guy, a lot of people walk their dogs in my subdivision. You know, my husband walks our dog. My kids walk our dog. I don't love walking our dog because when I'm on a walk, I have done it. I want to walk. And she, of course, I want to let her stop and look and all this stuff. So I'll let the husband and kids do the walking with Luna. But I see a lot of people walking. And there's one guy, he looks about 25 maybe. Don't know who he is. He always is looking down at his phone. He is never paying attention to his dog. But I mean, is that, and maybe Lily was texting with Jeff. Well, I guess if he was driving home and saw her, he wasn't. But, you know, maybe she was doing something for work. I mean, I don't know. There is no room for making a mistake with Jeff Lewis as your boss, right? Oh, Kristen says, you literally are the focus group. Potsy says, why don't you work? Because I don't want to right now. I have wanted to work. I was a teacher for 5 years and I thought it was fun. And then I wanted to stay home again. I thought it would be only Lily if she's talking to Gage. Oh my God, can you imagine? We're going to talk about Gage in just a little bit because Jeff pops into the after show today, who the host was Amanda McCants and Paige Davis. Love them both. I wasn't loving the vibe today. I can't even tell you what it was exactly. I just, they don't seem like close friends. And I kind of want close friends or relate. I've said this in the past. Like, I want people that are the people that are on together. I want them to like hang out together and, know more about each other. That way they can talk about going to the mall together or going shopping together or their husbands hanging out together. I don't know. Even though they're single and they both have this kind of vibe of like looking for a married man, or not a married man, a rich man, a rich husband eventually. I just wasn't loving the vibe today. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. I loved all the sweet callers that they had. That was very sweet. And I love Paige. I love Amanda. I just wasn't loving them on together today. I'm not even sure, but I also felt a little bit of something with Alyssa. I just wasn't loving it. I don't know. Who is Mickey? I'm missing every comment when y'all tell me who Mickey is. Melanie says, Paige and Amanda needed to vent today, and they did. I mean, they are so anti-men today. They were like, men are terrible. I was actually texting with Paige, and I'm like, no, not every man is terrible. I was like, I have a great husband. Yeah, Dolly Girl wasn't loving it either. I don't know what it was. Everyone's saying Mickey, and I have no earthly idea who you're talking about. User says, what's going on with Jeff and Stu? Oh, if we only knew. He's being super vague, but we don't really know. Maybe he'll tell us more at the Hallowtini tomorrow, which I will be at. Oh my God, y'all. Okay, let's get through the show. Then I will tell you how very late in the day yesterday, I got an invite that somebody in Houston, my friend Diane, got the email that she won tickets. I guess there was like multiple different ways you could win. You could have the thing come up on your app, which never came up on my app. You could go to the Radio Sirius XM Instagram, and there was a thing about the email that you could put in or something. And then, of course, you could call in. I listened to the show on my app, so I'm always at least 3 minutes behind. So I'm never able to call in live when they tell you to. But I also wasn't trying to win tickets because, I looked at the flights and they were so expensive. And I didn't really want to go out of town again this weekend because I go to BravoCon very soon. My husband will be out of town with one of our kids for something else, for a game, Mickey is a producer. How do y'all know this? I don't even know who that producer is. Charlotte says, I wish Paul gave us the initial of the snake. I know, right? But I feel like everyone's brains would just go crazy with that, right? Like trying to figure out who it is. He is seriously accurate because Jeff was telling us some things today for sure. Oh, goodness. Yeah, go away, Potsy. Whoever you are. Get a freaking life. Get a life. Let's see. Block. Bye, Potsy. This wonderful channel is your sixth baby. Oh, that is so sweet, Marie. It is fun. Okay, what else? So who is the snake? Is the snake male or female? I thought he slipped and said, I don't think he slipped. I'm always trying to listen to everything he says. But whenever he said something about somebody crying, I shouldn't say this, but I will. It made me lean more that he was talking about a female. So I'm assuming now, somebody told me a while back, what's the guy's name? What's the guy's name that was the showrunner? And he was like even hanging out with him a little bit. I think he went out to dinner with him once or twice and some of his friends. Who's the showrunner that was from Hollywood House Lift? Billy? Does that sound familiar? Did he also come from flipping out. Like, I feel like he knew. Yeah, somebody says Billy. I feel like he was saying that the person started crying, so maybe it's not a man. Not that men can't cry. Good Lord, I don't want to act like that. But Billy Porter. But whatever it is, it almost reminded me of something a similar thing, a feud that he got mad at Jenny Pulos about, because at the end he slipped and said something about this person was moonlighting, which means doing other jobs, which I don't know. I mean, is there a rule, or is there an unwritten rule that says when you're did it even say what this job was? Did even say if it was a producer? He just said whatever it is, their contract was up for renewal and he is not renewing it for next year. They'd gotten in trouble a few months ago, so they should have known what the issue was. They didn't correct it. And then he said they were moonlighting. So to me, it sounds like everything Jeff is saying about whoever this is, we're assuming Lily, about not paying attention, what he just fired Gus, his house manager, for not being focused. Jeff, he's a machine. He can have so much. Clearly, we know now. Clearly, he can have so much going on in his personal life, and he can come in and blow through an hour of radio, entertain us, tell us fun stories, and we won't even know for weeks sometimes that he's going through something. Case in point, he pops into the Jeff Lewis after show today, and I thought, oh my God, he's going to, hang out for 20 minutes or so. No, he was asking if Amanda or Paige had any makeup because he had a zit on the tip of his nose, and he said he was headed over to mediation. So this is what's on his brain. He apparently, the only person he'd be doing mediation with is Gage, right? So we know when he went to court with Gage, what was that, October 10th? That's what's in my brain. It didn't get worked out. They were there all day. They got one thing worked out. He couldn't tell us exactly what it was because he's got an agreement not to talk about it. But he basically said, if you know what was very important to me and Monroe, that got worked out. So we all assumed it's the counseling, right? But the child support, the extra child support that Gage is looking for, the extra time that he's looking for with Monroe, the holiday schedule, I don't think they got figured out. And there was something else. Oh, the like extracurricular activities. Like if one could pick an activity without telling the other one, which would affect their days that they have Monroe, right? Now we know also that Jeff wants to do 1 week on, 1 week off with Monroe now that she's getting a little bit older. And Gage is absolutely anti that for sure. Yes. Oh, Sherry says every time court or mediation gets rocky, Stu gets the axe. And I mean, does that not make sense? I mean, if something that big is going, okay, nope, I take that back. As I'm saying it, I'm thinking, no, now I have no experience with this at all. So I'm talking out of my ass here. But two things can happen, right? If you've got something that big going on with an ex that's affecting you so much, I could see someone either pushing your life partner away, Stu away, or pulling closer to them, right? We know he's not pulling closer to Stu based on what he said, right? Tahiti, hi, Tahiti chick. I haven't seen you on here well. I hope it's not Stu, but I felt the snake is Stu. Stu, please come. Is Stu on? Oh God, y'all tell me he's not. I don't think he's in today. Come on and discuss with Sarah. No. I am not dealing with that because I do not want Jeff, like, I don't know. That would be weird. I'm just a fun fan account. Happy to chat with y'all about that personal stuff, not with them. Yeah, Billy Taylor. Okay, so he was Billy. I thought his name was Porter. No, Billy Porter is a guy from like an entertainment source or something like that. Anyways, Billy, whoever he was a showrunner on Flipping Out, and now he's on season 1 and season 2, I think. But it feels like somebody told me he got rid of somebody on the or maybe Jeff told us he got rid of somebody on the team too there, maybe a long time ago. Maybe from season 1, somebody didn't come back for season 2. I don't even know. Oh, Beverly says, does Jeff have any true friends or are they all fair weather friends? He has a lot of long-term friends, and he has a lot of friends that he's been through it with and they've come out the other side. I mean, there's clearly some feuds. I was just on a Dana Wilkie's podcast the other day on her YouTube, talking about Jeff Lewis feuds. And a lot of them, he's gone through things with people, but he's come out and rebuilt that bridge and been friends with them. And there's been a couple that he just either hasn't yet, or he's attempted to, and it hasn't gone well, right? I think Doug and Megan are true friends, Martindale says. I mean, they've been with him through, especially Megan. She's been friends with him for a long time. A long time. Billy Porter is from Pose. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh. You know what? So last night, me and Diane, who I've known her for about a year now, maybe. Yeah, about a year. We met through being Jeff Lewis friends, and we meet for lunch and dinner all the time. And 4 other Jeff Lewis fans. We all had tickets to Zach Noe Towers. We met for a drink before, a little bit of appetizers. Then we walked over to the show. It was so funny, y'all. Zach Noe Towers, as if he's not cute enough, sweet enough, twinky enough, funny enough, he was more than that live on stage at the Houston Improv. He was so cute. We were front and center. There were some tables in front of us that they didn't seat anyone at for some reason. I guess that they were more VIP tickets than we bought. Nobody bought them. I don't know. But it was so fun. He had 2 people open for him. They were both really funny. One was a local Houston comedian, so she was really funny. But we met him out in the lobby afterwards, took pictures with him, hung out. I think he might be. He said he's going to be on Tuesday's show. Wait, did Jeff announce? Yeah, Jeff announced that he's going to be on with somebody. Now I'm forgetting, on Halloween, and maybe I'll meet him again tomorrow. It wasn't. Sonny Nagro says, was his show super dirty? It wasn't. It didn't make me blush or anything. I mean, it wasn't anything. I think the first time he was on Jeff Lewis Live, it was super raunchy, and I think he obviously, holds back a little more. It was really funny. He kind of interacts with the audience. There was gays in the audience. There was straight. He asked, like, where are my gays? Where are my straight women? Where are my married people? Where are my couples? Who are my people on dating apps? So he really gets to know the audience and chat with them. It was really, and I love a comedian that does that, because it was very intimate, and it was a lot of different groups of friends and couples, and it was really cute. And he is so cute in person. He had a light pink t-shirt on, some jeans, and then these super cute pink tennis shoes. Oh, so cute. So cute. So cute. Oh, yeah, Marie says, just don't publicly piss off Jeff. Well, peeve Jeff off. Yeah, for sure. What else? Okay, so we think it's Lily. We think it's Jen Green. I just don't think it's Jen Green. It's got to be someone, though. He definitely said it's someone that was friends. Oh, Bex Drew says, what's your costume going to be? I'm not going to say, because I just went and got them today. Me and Diane are going to match. I had a couple of options. I'll tell you, I'm not huge into dressing up. The email that she sent me, the confirmation that she got, said, we highly encourage you to dress up. And we didn't really want to pack these big, obnoxious, costumes from Houston there. But also, we don't want to be in heavy makeup and costume and a wig and all this stuff. I don't know. I just don't want to deal with all that. So I have a 1950s costume that's super cute, like the flannel pink skirt and the black and white check top and the little, I thought, oh, I'll put my hair in a ponytail, go get me a new pair of Keds for it. 'Cause I used to wear that on 50s Day, like when we'd celebrate the 50th day of kindergarten or preschool. And so I have that costume, and it's easy. And I thought, oh, I could wear that, but I don't really love it. Then I have a really cute witch's hat that I wore last Halloween. I'll probably wear it this Halloween on Reality Water Cooler. And I thought, oh, I'll just wear that with a black top and jeans. And I thought, well, that's not really dressing up enough. So we're doing kind of an in-between. We're dressing up just enough that when we take pictures and stuff, it'll look like we're dressed up, but not like a full-on, I'm not doing Grinch makeup or, a full-on costume thing like that, right? I could be Cindy Lou Who to match Jeff. Yeah, I tried to think of something that I could match Jeff, but I couldn't really think of the Grinch, but yeah, you're right. I thought of Santa Claus because he's on this kick about, not enough Santa Claus, but yeah. Get some wings and be social butterflies. Oh, that's cute. That's actually really cute. I cannot believe I agreed to do this. So when I got the text from her, she had texted me and this other friend, Kim, this week that live in Houston, said, y'all, if we get tickets, we have to go. And I'm like, oh my God, like, no. So I never even tried to win. Like I said, I don't listen live on the app. You can't call in exactly at the right time if you're not listening on the radio because it's 3 minutes late. So when she won tickets, she got notified yesterday. We look at the plane ticket. Y'all, it's $800. Coming back, it's not even nonstop. So I like to go nonstop. We did get nonstop there, so that's good. It's not even nonstop back. We are splitting a hotel room, so that'll make it more fun. It'll be fun. We're getting together. If you live in the LA area, I think we're going to have definitely lunch tomorrow at Javier's at 1:00 at the Century City location. I think I'm going to try to meet at Sight Glass, but I'm not sure if I'm doing that or not yet. Just depends on how the flight goes and getting our bags checked in and all that stuff at the hotel. Yeah, I'm looking at y'all's TikTok comments. It'll be fun though. It's going to be fun. Like I'm going to meet some of the chumps that I've never met before. So that'll be super fun. Shout out Kim. I wish you were coming with us. I'm really happy that he let people do a +1 because I think a lot of people, obviously, I hate going places alone. So I'm really glad he let people bring a +1 because I know of another person that was going to bring their sister and they weren't available. So they invited another Jeff Lewis friend that they had met a couple of years ago. It's also a Jeff Lewis friend that I've met before. So, I'm going to see people that I know. There's a couple of friends that, or people that said they won tickets and they put it in the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group that I haven't met before. So I'll get to meet them. I think it's going to be very small and intimate. So I think we'll really get to hang out. I have no idea how much. I'll find out tomorrow. Maybe I'll send Shane a DM or Jeff just to ask how much I'm able to post before the event is aired on Tuesday on Halloween, right? Because I might be able to take videos and pictures and not be able to post them until after the event happens. And then they might give me permission. So it just depends on what their rules are. Oh, Melissa says, I think Jeff Lewis is like Bethany. He prefers to be paying the people around him so he's in control. That's okay, though. Every friendship group needs a Beyonce. He definitely loves Shane and Megan genuinely. I love that. He didn't get there for nothing, right? Like he is super hardworking. Jeff is, and he puts in the work just like he expects other people to. He's very loyal. So he expects other people to be loyal too. So I don't know. Oh, Bex Drew, look at you trying to get me in trouble. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. Hail to the no. I always ask permission. I'm very, like when I went to Watch What Happens Live, the producer was super nice. She'd been emailing with me. And when we got there, it's Watch What Happens Live in New York City is a very small audience. So remember, I was there with Bethany Frankel and Jeff Lewis in December. And Annette, caller Annette is on here. And so shout out Annette for getting us those tickets. And I asked her, what can I film? And then what can I post now? And then she told me the rules and I just followed them. So for sure. Michael Beck, that's the name I was trying to think of. Shafes on TikTok says, could Mickey be Michael Beck? Is that who y'all are talking about with Mickey? Does he call this person Mickey though? I've never even heard of that. Oh, Lightworks, that's funny. Would you let someone borrow your makeup to cover up their zit? I wouldn't. Yeah, because you can squeeze it on your hand. Like a little bit of, like my makeup, my foundation is a squeeze. Now my concealer is a thing, but I don't think he was looking for concealer. I thought he was looking for makeup. I don't know. The yin to your yang. I love that. Yeah, I don't know. Is it going to be video or just audio? I do think it's interesting that it's Jeff Lewis Has Issues, which is actually his podcast, his free podcast, where he used to put up just the Friday episode for free, like promotion to get people, oh, what is this? Oh, wait, we can listen to this on SiriusXM 5 days a week. Let me go pay for SiriusXM, right? Now he puts up the Wednesday and the Friday episodes. But it's Jeff Lewis Has Issues is the sponsor of this, or the whatever, not the radio, not 789, and not Radio Andy either, or not Sirius. I thought that was kind of interesting. I think he's definitely moving. I don't think he would say as much as he has so adamantly, although Jeff always talks before he's supposed to, I think. I think Andy Cohen, I think the after show is definitely making the move over to channel 102, which makes me very happy because it'll be so much easier. I think it should be right afterwards, and everyone just keeps the radio on. That's why people butt up good TV shows together. When you have a good TV show right before your show, people just leave the channel on and then they end up watching your show, right? So that's the same thing with radio. If somebody is listening to this and then it's on channel 102, people like me, we were totally talking about this last night. So it was 6 of us at dinner. 4 of them I'd never met. I'd met Diane, a lot. But we were asking each other, how long have you listened to Jeff Lewis? How long have you been a fan? All these different things. And I said, I never understood the app. So I was missing so much of Jeff Lewis and Radio Andy because I didn't have the app on my phone. And I didn't know that's another way I could listen to this stuff. If I was in my house, if I'm in TJ Maxx shopping, I could have my AirPods in listening. I thought I literally had to be in the car at the right moment of the replay or the live Jeff Lewis and hear it. And once I realized that, I'm like, oh shit, my whole world opened up. And then lucky for y'all, I created a fan account, right? Oh, that's true. Michelle says, my guess is that people wonder about friends that are financially tied to Jeff. I think that's with everyone that's famous, right? I mean, whoever the guy is that's, what's his name? Jerry Singleton, the guy that is lifelong friends of Anthony Anderson. But it also sounds like there's now a professional aspect to it, whether he's a professional assistant, personal assistant, whatever it's called. It does sound like there's some sort of tie into that. But Jerry also had a career, and I think he's now retired from that. So he's not 1,000% tied to his money. But yeah, when you involve business with your friends, it's always going to get a little bit shady. Oh, that was so crazy, Charlotte. We're definitely going to talk about that. Charlotte said, what was the whole story about Shane not getting promoted because of the 789 failure? I hate to see that word, failure. Oh, thank you. Is it Katia? Can we give our queen some likes? Can you like on YouTube? Yes, make sure to like the videos, y'all. Please, please, please. Like, thumbs up, whatever it is. Make a comment. All that helps me. So Shane's coffee cup was read yesterday too, and Jeff starts telling all the details, and then he asked Shane, oh, is this okay if I say this? He's like, well, yeah, keep talking. But apparently Shane was hoping in 2023 that if channel 789 was successful and there was advertisement, which means money, which means Jeff would have a budget to pay him more, he was going to be over Jameson. And then did it also sound like Oscar was going to be over Jameson? Like, no offense, but I feel like Jameson's been there longer. And it also feels like it's kind of like Alyssa, Jameson, and then Oscar. Now, I know, don't forget, Shane was a Sirius XM intern. That's how Jeff learned of him, probably on his trips to New York, I think, because Shane lived in New York. But I'm wondering how much experience he has after college. Like, no offense, I have a radio television degree. I didn't feel I came out prepared to actually do that. I feel like on-the-job training is way more beneficial, no matter how many different degrees you might have in something, in most aspects. Oh, you think the Oscar one was a joke? Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, Jameson is definitely with 789, because remember, Martindale, Jameson promotes and produces Dialing Dr. Donna, which Dialing Dr. Donna is going to be on Jeff Lewis Live Monday with MJ. But he didn't also say, which he never promotes it, he only promotes it the day of on Monday. He didn't say she would also be on Dialing Dr. Donna. So I'm wondering if that show's going away. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess. Lightworks. No, I do that all the time. Lightwork says, I thought I was the only one who shops with a podcast playing. If I'm by myself shopping, I want something in my ear, or I'm usually on the phone with someone. I'm taking a phone call that I was supposed to call somebody back. I just like, I don't know, feels more fun. On the after they shut, they talked about Dr. Donna. They did today, and I missed it. What else? But Shane basically says, he's been with Jeff now, I think, over 3 years, 3.5. He started literally a week or two before the pandemic, March 2020. So he's been with Jeff about 3.5 years. He's definitely paid more money. He definitely has more responsibilities, but I don't think that's necessarily what he's looking to do in his life. So I think he sounds like he was wanting to get back into radio, and he was going to be heading up or doing something more with Channel 789. It does sound, don't you think? Which I don't know how this detail would get missed. This is how money is made, is advertisements. And even Poland Patrick said today, but there's no commercials on 789. He was like, yeah, I know. Like, I was never told that was going to happen. How was that never discussed? Like, do you think that's true? Or do you think Jeff heard things he wanted to hear and he didn't hear things he didn't want to hear? Like, I don't understand how such a big, like, that is where the money is coming from. It's not like 789 costs any more money, so it's a subscriber thing. It is advertisements. And I've been saying for months, it's so weird that all they do is promote 789 on 789, but yet on Radio Andy, there's actual commercials, and every once in a while they'll like promote another channel, right? Who is Dr. Z, Melanie? Someone promoted Dr. Z. I don't know who that is. But I definitely feel like having the Jeff Lewis After Show on Radio Andy would be so much better. It would just be, it's more consistent. Even though some people say there's no confusion switching over to 789, it takes a beat. It takes a minute to like figure out, oh, okay, if the show was just on and it just kept playing, the audience would be way bigger. If the audience is way bigger, then the advertisers come. From advertisers, more money, right? Or money at all. Oh, I'm glad you subscribed to Series 2, Lightworks. What else was on the show? I didn't write a lot of notes down. I'm trying to pack also. I was throwing clothes out, at least for LA tomorrow, because our flight's really early. What else? Who are y'all excited about for next week? I think some people were coming back. Now I'm trying to think of who was on, though. MJ's going to be on with Dr. Donna. I think they're on really good together. Oh, gosh. Renee says, does Jeff have like 14 lawyers on retainer? You'd think one of them would have reviewed the contract. I also sort of wonder, did his attorney, Marla, get upset with him for pretty much saying she didn't do her job if she's the one that looked at this contract for 789? Clearly, an attorney has specialties, just like, a lot of careers do, doctors, everything. But you can definitely, like an attorney that he's got dealing with this mediation with Gage today, which is so weird. He just popped in and mentioned that and didn't say anything else about it, which tells us a lot now about this like bender he's been on this week, right? Just the little jabs he's been saying, but like not saying everything. Even or yesterday, who was it that said, what's going on with Stu? And Jeff's like, oh, we're not going to talk about that today. I mean, he's talking about it and not talking about it and kind of telling us stuff without it, right? But it just feels like if we knew all week that he was having a mediation again with Gage, we would sort of understand what was going on, right? We would understand why he's maybe more stressed out. Yeah, I think so too, Lightworks. The app is really hard to navigate. I'm confused where I have to search each time for the channel, although I listen to it every day. Me too. And I've got it up as one of my favorites. But also, I wish the video, the Jeff Lewis video, I wish there was a button on there that let you notify when it comes up. Also, last night when I got home from Zach Noe Towers, I started the app to play later because I was going to watch the commercials, and then there was no commercial breaks, and I thought I was messing up. So it didn't say there was no commercial breaks, but then there weren't. Starbucks Marcy says you can save the shows as favorites and don't need to search. Hit the star button, Christina says, which is like I think it's called favorites, right? So I can do that, and I have that done, but I do think it's a little, it's a little dramatic. It's a little extra work than if it was just coming up on channel 102. That would be so much better. Wait, what? Jen says, I just got my, wait, this is a problem. If you just did you just get the invitation today? I just got my invite to the Halloween party. I'm dragging my husband. I'm so glad I'll be there. I can't wait to meet you and your husband. If your husband doesn't want to go, I know a couple people in the LA area that would love to be your +1. Send me a DM or post in the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. I know a couple people in the LA area that would die to go. I didn't have the +1 to give out to anyone because my friend Diane is the one that got the tickets. So I don't have that to offer. But if anyone is going and they're dragging a boyfriend or dragging a husband or a friend that has no idea what's going on, there's a lot of them probably LA area people that would love to come and be your +1. Trust me. Are the chumps doing a meetup on Friday of BravoCon? Jeff is doing this panel with Andy Cohen that morning. He hasn't said anything else he's doing as far as like panels, or I didn't see him on the photo ops either. I did get my photo op today for Saturday. I got Erin Leachy. So it's Erin Leachy and Bryn. So I love Erin. My girlfriend that's flying with me loves Bryn. So it's perfect because you can bring a guest with you. You can bring a Bravo friend. So if you happen to get a photo op and you don't have anyone with you, you can do that. So you can bring a friend and you don't have to put their name in there or anything. Oh, you got it last night. Yeah. Aw. Hugs from London. Shout out, Katya. Is that how I'm saying your name right? Katja. I'm assuming it's Katya. Kaja? Katja? Kaja? So many options. Anyways. What else? No, he leaves Saturday to go back home because Friday night I have tickets for Cabaret, and a lot of the chumps are going to be there also. What? Yvette, oh my God, you're so sweet. Sarah is a showstopper. You're so sweet. It was so fun to meet you last night too. Yeah, he's leaving Saturday morning. Oh, Diane's on. Shout out, Diane. Y'all follow reality_cowgirl. So Diane has a real Instagram account, like with her friends and family. And early on, when I would go on just on Instagram Live, I would bring people up and we would chat. Well, when you go Instagram Live, if you've ever gone on with like Doug on Cooking Kibitz, it notifies all your friends and family that you're live. So people will like push it and be like, oh, what's Diane talking about? Whatever. So, we're just chatting about Jeff Lewis, like the loonies that we are. And her husband's in the other room going, hey, what are you doing on Instagram with some girl named Sarah? And she's like, oh my God. So she created a separate Instagram that's like just reality TV and fun stuff called reality_cowgirl. And follow her because we'll be flying out tomorrow, going to lots of fun stuff. I didn't tell them our costumes, Diane, so that's still a secret, but we'll be posting as much as we can. If we have to wait till Tuesday, then we'll post after Tuesday. And then I think Annie is going to make a reel for me from all the fun stuff that we do this weekend. So that'll be so fun. I love this. Okay, Lightwork says, I love when they pick on Jameson, who's my favorite in his reaction. I do think Jameson's relationship has some issues. At first I didn't, but Jeff is definitely finding and exploiting the cracks. See, I don't. I think they're just fine. I mean, I don't think anything is perfect, but I think that they work through anything that's there. I did love the video. I think channel 789 put it up yesterday. Whoever it was it Kian? I don't know who it was. Somebody keeps coming up to Jameson's cubicle at work and scaring him. And then they made a little reel of it. I thought it was super cute. Anyways, oh, Marie, make sure you're following me, especially on Instagram, everyone. Jeff Lewis Obsessed. That is the easiest place under my stories for me to post like all the videos. I will be posting like crazy this weekend, and I'll also be posting. I leave for BravoCon next Thursday. I'll be there till Monday. I've got so many live show tickets. I've got VIP 3-day pass. I've got Watch What Happens Live, Heather McDonald, Cabaret. I mean, I should be seeing Jeff Lewis at the panel. Megan and Doug are going to be walking around. They've got 3-day VIP passes also. I'm going to be posting like crazy. So make sure you're following me. Every video of mine, please make sure to hit the like or the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribing and follow me. All of that. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you this weekend. I will be posting, and you'll find out in about 28 hours or so what we're dressed up as for the Jeff Lewis Hallowtini. And I think he's going out on the town afterwards. He keeps saying it. Did he say that again today? Remember, he was telling people that won tickets to like to bring money for the bars, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't even imagine if I see Jeff drink. I don't think I've ever seen. I saw him drink a beer one time at Cabaret. Every time I've seen him, I don't even think at the Hollywood Households, I don't think he was drinking much. I think he was drinking water a lot, because it was hot and it was during the day, and but if I see him drink a dirty martini, that's going to be so weird, right? Anyways, well, shout out if you're just joining. Remember, the replay goes up immediately everywhere but TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. This also goes up as a podcast at about 10 minutes. Everything is under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Whatever you're doing, make sure to hit it, like it, comment, all of that. I would really appreciate it. Bye, Chumpettes. Bye, Instagram.